Ladies and gentlemen, please rise.
Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Dr. Wanda Costin, and I have the distinct honor and privilege of serving as the Provost and Vice President Academic here at Dalhousie University. Welcome to Convocation. Please be seated. I'd like to begin by inviting Elder Thomas Christmas and Elder Ann Bilowa to deliver the Mi'kmaq welcome.
Chilida Mi'kmaq. Welcome to Mi'kmaq, home of the Ono. Walalio dandel pechidayo. Walalio dan tel pechmichu galiak. Tel pechmaliamoy. Kigmalala dan gaskulo gaganamos ultijik. This Mi'kmaq almost used an English word to say something in Mi'kmaq. That's heavy. And I have the honor of welcoming each and every one of you. And I have to personally congratulate each and every one of the graduates. I know they have done and have a milestone, and I'm sure most of them will continue on, or some of them will go to work like we did. But if I can ask you to stand, I'm trying to make this short as I can. Oh, I also got a reminder. While you're here, don't forget to go to one of the Costco's that we have here. Apparently, I mentioned Costco way too much. But it's everybody's place, right? Costco. Everybody kisok. Everybody kisok about muxno. A halal kisok chitan. Tell us the muxi. Tell mawidano. A halal si kisok. Chitan jejikane begisladi. Kinijanua ha hujisk. Ha holuxua. Everybody kisok. Malia muxno. Lepit khadmudio. Deputy Khadmudio, Mi'kmaq. And he gave book to game audio and he gave a chicamadas. Tantil Quida, you might point to you, mother did. I have asked the Creator to watch over you while you're here in Mi'kmaq, in Halifax. I also asked the Creator to watch over you because we have a lot of crazy drivers here in Halifax. They're so crazy here, they took tow booths out. Come on, guys. You're killing me. I also have thanked the Creator for allowing us to gather here to watch this. I have to call them children because they're so young that they have successfully graduated, and some of them will continue on to more education. And I thank each and every one of you for being here for the students that you have helped all along. And I also have this privilege of welcoming Ann Bilowa to speak with you. But I would suggest you sit down for Ann. Have a seat, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Waladio.
Well, I'll end, Tom. Well, first of all, congratulations, students. You made it through. Wow. And congratulations to family, because they wouldn't be here without you. That's for sure. You know, I always like to talk about, I don't know the language, but I do know a few words, and one of my favorite words is in Dalhousie, which means welcome. But what I was told by some elders, that the welcome goes beyond that. When they said that to people, that no matter who they were, it was like, welcome, Dalhousie, welcome. Come into my lodge. Come in and take the best seat of the house next to me. Come sit with me and I will share all that I have with you. And when I heard that, it was like, wow. I remember my parents, the way they greeted people when they came into the house. It didn't matter who they were or where they were from. And they always left with a smile. And that just resonated in my heart so much. So I want to say, I'm going to share with you what my ancestors, I believe, had did long time ago. And that was not only sitting on the land, but sitting with the land. And the new students that are graduating, what you do in the world to come is going to make such an impact. Everything that you do is going to make such an impact. And always remember how much you are connected to the land and everything around you. I seen a documentary not too long ago about how to bring the forest into the city. And it was just amazing. This one man, he did his dream. He made his dream come true, and he brought the city into the forest into the city. And it was absolutely astounding. So what I'm going to share with you is what I have learned, what my ancestors did, and that is they took a moment. They took a moment of silence, not to grieve, but a moment of silence, of joy, and being totally awake. And they did this with sacredness, because we do not breathe on our own. Our breath was given to us as a great gift. It's not just a breath, it actually heals us all the time. And that's what our physical being does also. So just like the forest, the trees, everything that grow out there, it's been here for billions of years, and it's sustained itself all this time so that we can come along and do what we do. And sometimes we forget that it's a living entity, it's a living being that has provided everything so we can exist, because we are everything that is out there. It is in us. We are the water, we're the trees, we're everything, the animals, the minerals. We need all that to exist. So congratulations that now you are going to be working with that and to build a better world so that we can be well. And that is so exciting. So I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. And if you're not comfortable closing your eyes, that's perfectly fine. But we're going to meet your sacred breath. You're going to meet yourself by taking that breath in through your nostrils like a newborn baby and allowing it to go out through your nostrils very gently. So let's try that. This breath in, and this breath out. This breath in, and this breath out. Again, this breath in. Feel it go in, and now release it, and release your shoulders and muscles as you allow them to relax. and feel what true relief feels like. This breath in, I am well and whole. This breath out, thank you, and release your shoulders. This breath in, let all your excitement and anxiety go as you release your breath. This breath out, and relax your shoulders again. And now, as you sit there, continue your breathing and find your own rhythm of breathing. And celebrate with each breath that you take in. It's a new moment, it's a new breath. And as you release your breath, it's taken all that you don't need. So just for a moment, to be the best you can be in this moment. And if you notice you have thoughts swirling around, trying to plan or trying to hurry up, that's what our brain does. But we can change and we can tame it. When we know what we're thinking, maybe we're planning, maybe we're criticizing, whatever we're doing, remembering the past, can take that thought and place it on a cloud and let that thought go. Just tell it, I don't need you in this moment, but I do need to come back to my breath. I want to feel it. This breath in, and this breath out, and relax my shoulders. I am grounded. I am well. O great Spirit, whose voice I hear in the wind, whose breath gives life to all, hear me, for I am young, small, and weak, and I need your strength and help so much. Take my hands and help me respect the beautiful things you have created, including myself. Take my feet and guide me. Guide me so that I can find that way of life, that path that has compassion, wellness, love, joy, wisdom, empathy, understanding, forgiveness, and peace. Help me to learn the lessons you have placed in every leaf and rock, so that I can learn these teachings and bring them back to the people. And help me not to be superior to my brothers and sisters, but to conquer the greatest enemy, myself, so that when my eyes fade like the setting sun, my spirit can come to you without shame. Tahoe, this breath in, and this breath out. And now you can bring yourself back to where you're sitting in the moment and feel yourself touching, sitting in your chair, and slowly open your eyes. And when you open your eyes, you'll feel a sensation. Usually we like to call it relaxation, but actually it's about being in a space, a healing space, just for a moment, so that our brain, our body, everything inside can do what it does best, and that is it heals itself so it can carry you through life. And now that Tom had already mentioned a great place to practice this, and I try it a lot when I go there, is at Costco. You become the calm that walks through the storm. when you can practice. And it actually is very, very well. It's very, very good for us. So Willalioke, and again, congratulations everyone in Sonogama.
Thank you, Elder Christmas and Elder Labilawa. Dalhousie University is located in Mi'kma'ki, the unceded and ancestral territory of the Lenape. We are all treaty people. There are three key components to this statement. The first is the acknowledgement the land Dalhousie sits on is part of Mi'kma'ki, the territory of the Lenape. The second is the acknowledgement of the territory as both ancestral and unceded, recognizing that the peace and friendship treaties signed between the British Crown and the Mi'kmaq did not involve surrender of land. Finally, the phrase, "we are all treaty people," reminds us that these treaties apply to all of us, indigenous and settler alike. At Dalhousie, we continue to work and build on these critically important relationships and friendships and remain committed to the recommendations of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission report. We also recognize African Nova Scotians as distinct people whose histories, legacies, and contributions have enriched that part of Mi'kma'ki known as Nova Scotia for more than 400 years. We are deeply grateful to the Indigenous and African Nova Scotian faculty, staff, students, administrations, and elders who help guide our efforts, from pathways programs and admissions to curriculum and community partnerships. While we recognize there is still much more to do, we remain committed to a future grounded in equity and inclusive excellence. Today is a day of celebration. It is a celebration of endings and new beginnings. As we move through the ceremony today, we hope that it is one of extreme joy and enthusiasm, and we invite you to share that joy and enthusiasm as the graduates cross the stage. Graduates, you will be welcomed into the Dalhousie alumni community. Now, I'd like to take a moment to introduce to you the stage party. When I call your name, if you can, please stand or raise your hand so that we may acknowledge you. Elder Thomas Christmas. Elder Ann Labilawa. Dr. Rustam Southwell, Chancellor. Dr. Kim Brooks, President and Vice Chancellor. Dr. Jennifer Andrews, Dean, Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. Dr. Marty Leonard, Dean, Faculty of Graduate Studies. Nicole Douglas, Director of Academic Regulations and Services and Associate Registrar, recipient of the Rosemary Gill Award and University Beadle for this ceremony. Dr. Liesl Gambold, Associate Professor with the Department of Sociology and Social Anthropology, and our Convocation speaker. Also present today, both on the stage and in the audience, are faculty and staff who have been instrumental in the success of our graduates. I'd like those faculty and staff members who are here, both on stage and in the audience, to please rise or raise a hand so we can acknowledge you. Please be seated. Before we begin, I have a few housekeeping announcements, the first of which we do not anticipate any emergencies, but if there were to be one, you'll find these two green arrows back there, similar to an airport, so just head that way. We don't anticipate anything. And I'd also like to make a note that there is a quiet space located one floor up in room 401 for those who may need to step out and make use of it during the ceremony. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce the President and Vice Chancellor of Dalhousie University, Dr. Kim Brooks, who will give opening remarks.
Good afternoon. Let's begin with a name some of you will know, George Eliot Clarke. Poet laureate, literary giant, voice of Africadia, twice appearing on our Convocation stage at Dalhousie, George Eliot Clarke earned his master's degree in English in 1989 and was later awarded an honorary Doctor of Laws in 1999. He's one of Canada's most celebrated writers, winning a Governor General's Award, shaping literary canon, and teaching generations of students to think with rigor, passion, and pride. And watching his brain and heart unfurl in his work is like eating fried chicken on a hot summer day where you want to eat just one more piece, but you're already so full you can barely stand it. But please, just one more piece. So freaking good. Long before the awards and accolades, George was just a young man from Windsor, Nova Scotia, but he found his way here, and like you, he spent time walking these streets, sitting in these lecture halls, looking for language that could capture a world too often ignored. He found it, not by conforming, but by insisting on the power of Black voices, on the possibility of justice, on the necessity of truth. In the poem he wrote for Dalhousie's 200th anniversary, Clarke reflected, Dalhousie University's history is now 200 years old and counting, existing before I and you, and likely persisting eternally after us, end quote. He recalled the library where he was once locked in over Christmas, so deep was his research. The professors who challenged him, the poetry that formed him, and the city that inspired him. Dalhousie, he wrote, was, quote, that excellent device, a schooled insurgency, summoning perennially young Turks to make it new, end quote. That is your inheritance. You have found something here in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. You've trained in disciplines that demand nuance, creativity, empathy, and critique. You've explored histories and philosophies, studied the structures that shape society, and asked questions that can't be answered by algorithm. That work has never been more urgent. Our work is being reshaped, as is our world. From climate disruption and racial injustice to the rise of AI, pandemic recovery, and threats to democratic values, these challenges are driven not just by technology or nature, but by how people think, connect, and govern. As the Federation for the Humanities and Social Sciences has observed, quote, many of the most difficult problems we face are shaped by human behavior and public policy. Technical knowledge alone won't suffice. We need critical thinkers, historical awareness, ethical judgment, and cultural literacy, skills cultivated in arts, humanities, and social sciences. Employers from tech to government recognize this. They're seeking graduates with analytical reasoning, complex communication, and the capacity to navigate change and uncertainty. Contrary to the myth that the humanities are impractical, research shows that employers want people who can think deeply, listen carefully, and build bridges across difference. More than that, democratic societies depend on you. In an era of misinformation, polarization, and crises, citizens educated in the humanities and social sciences are less likely to be swayed by false narratives and better equipped to hold people accountable. You are the stewards of public discourse, guardians of the stories that hold societies together. The world needs your truth-telling, your clarity, your courage, your conviction. Whether you're going into teaching or public service, journalism or justice, advocacy or art, you carry with you the responsibility to help society see itself more clearly and to dream of what it could be. George Eliot Clarke's voice carries the echoes of this place, laced with brilliance, boldness, and belonging. So will yours. We hear it already in the beat of your language, the shape of your stories, the power of your emerging voices. Congratulations, class of 2025. May you always find the words to name the world and the wisdom to help change it.
Thank you, President Brooks. My name is Dr. Louise Bateri, and I serve as the Chair of Senate, and I have the honor of starting the process of conferring the degrees. So, graduates, please rise. Chancellor Southwell, as Chair of the Senate of Dalhousie University, I ask you to confer degrees upon those candidates whose names have been approved by Senate.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in Dalhousie University, I admit to their respective degrees and diplomas with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto, those candidates who fulfill the requirements of that degree and whose names have been approved by Senate. Admito vos ad declarum. Congrats.
Congratulations. Graduates, please be seated.
Graduates, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Hope you're ready. Before we continue, however, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge a significant milestone for us here at Dalhousie. This convocation season, we are proud to celebrate the first ever graduates of the Black and African Diaspora Studies program, one of whom is attending today's ceremony. This program invites students to engage deeply with the histories, cultural expressions, and lived experiences of Black communities in Canada and throughout the global African diaspora. Today's graduate stands as a symbol of both scholarly achievement and the ongoing work of empowerment, recognition, and transformation. Graduates, for some of you, today is your second or perhaps even third time of crossing the stage, but please know each time is uniquely special. Enjoy the moment. Parents, family, friends, this is where you might want to stand to take your pictures of your graduate. Graduates, as you come across the stage, you'll be greeted by your dean, and here you'll receive your pin welcoming you into the Dalhousie alumni family. At this moment, I would like to invite Dr. Jennifer Andrews, Dean, Faculty of Arts and Social Science, Dr. Marty Leonard, Dean, Faculty of Graduate Studies, and Ella McDonald, an orator and alum from the Fountain School of Performing Arts, to present the candidates who are here today receiving degrees.
Chancellor Southwell, I am honored to present the following candidates on behalf of the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, who have fulfilled the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Yaman Abd El-Raham. Maria Ira Abrigo, with distinction. Chloe Jean Agar. Grace Elizabeth Alberts, with honors, first-class honors, and the University Medal in Environment, Sustainability, and Society. Jaden Kobina Arthur, with distinction. Sadie Isabel Vino Banfield. Isadora Etta Flynn Barber. Ashlyn Taylor Beard. Campbell Benson, with distinction. Catherine Mary Grace Bentley Taylor, with honors. Alexis Maureen Bruniana Berardi. Amelia Antoinette Bedini Taylor. Isabel Camille Binder, with honors, first-class honors. Hope Victoria Bauer. Thomas James Burke. Piers Irick Burnfield Weeb, with honors, first-class honors. Savannah Dean Carpenter. Miranda Isabel Carter. Maya Clark Tron. Madeline Christine Cluett, with honors, first-class honors. Isaac Gregory Curry, with honors, first-class honors. Samuel Carter Deering. Jennifer Ann Demery, with honors, first-class honors. James Nate Dixon. Noah Devin Dove Smith. Maya August Duff, with distinction. Pippa Anna Dunn. Giovanna Sylvia Inez. Jacqueline Elizabeth Fell. Tessa Jane Ferguson. Jack Ferguson. Jasmine Ferreira. Louise Kathleen Spitzer Flaherty. Sachi Flowerdew. Reed Daniel Fraser. Alexander George Galbraith. Noemi Isabel Galdames Estrada. Marwa Mohammed Naeem Harb. Jean-Marie Hatung. Isabella Lynn Hiscock. Sarah Gray Irvin. Lara Nicole Jollimore Behe, with distinction. William Ronald Jones, with distinction. Luke M.A. Jones Hatif, with honors, first class honors, and the University Medal in French. Zirak Junaid. Hyuk Jung, with honors, first class honors, and the University Medal in Sociology. Liliana Sophia Jessica Keller. Jack Frederick Kilbowich. Mackenzie Jade Kitchen. Tony Kleiner, with honors, first class honors. Elizabeth Ruth Jarmaine Knechtel, with honors, first class honors, and the University Medal in Social Anthropology. Kendrick Christopher Arnold Landry. Sol Serena Lanzillotta. Caitlin Mackenzie Lawrence. Cassidy LeBlanc, Regan Grace Lindsay Curlock, with distinction. Amy Jumay McDonald. Morgan McDougall, with distinction. Kaya Jordan Magerman, with honors, first-class honors, and the University Medal in Law, Justice, and Society. Lacey Christine Martell, with distinction. Sarah Matheson. Anne Elizabeth McDougall, with distinction. Elizabeth McGraw, with distinction. Isabella Rose McInnes. Claire McKee. Owen Victor McKinley Young, with honors. Hannah Mae Marr, with honors, first-class honors. Jillian Erin Moggy, with honors, first-class honors. Megan Anna Monteith. Bianca Bella Morelli, with distinction. Philister Nasora. Jenna Elizabeth Neat. Kyla Nickel. Natasha Lynn Olmsted, with distinction. Emily Grace Osadka. Hannah Angelia Paris. Olivia Marilyn Pavon, with honors, first-class honors, and the University Medal in Spanish. Bailey Olivia Dawn Payne. Rachel Marie Peterson, with distinction. Cameron Edward Perfett, with honors, first-class honors. Annie Rose Prue, with honors. Irada Kummer. Mackenzie Jane Regan, with distinction. Emily Riley. Emma Grace Robertson, with honors, first-class honors. Chris Rotendaro. Jude Murray Sampson, with honors, first-class honors. Joelle Henry Sampson. Jared Urban Sanford. Sydney Tess Schachter. Maya Quinn Schneiderbanger. Brady James Scott. Donna Scott. Georgia Elizabeth Scott, with distinction. Gavin Andrew Shepard. Zoe Silverberg Seresny. Sophia Gianna Spooner. AJ Stevenson. Sterling Chandler Stewart. Parker Ann Taggart. Amy Dawn Tanner. Hope Elizabeth Taylor. Anik Terrio. Monica Mary Tracy. Avery Joan Pauline Tolk. Callum Randall Tupling. Pratik Rajan Wani. Sarah Grace Watson. Larissa Angela Wilkes, with honors, first class honors, and the University Medal in Philosophy. Zhu Ruo Yang. Yifei Zhao. This concludes the presentation of candidates for the Bachelor of Arts. Chancellor Southwell, I am honored to present the following candidates on behalf of the Faculty of Graduate Studies who have fulfilled the requirements for the degree of Master of Arts. Palakiem Aziwa. Kara Mary Krypton Ingalls. Catherine Monique Kennedy. Peter E. Lee. Demeter Victoria Merle Lockyer. Anya Marie McLeod. Arezu Nick Chehere. Leslie Helen Terrio. This concludes the presentation of candidates for the Master of Arts.
Mr. Chancellor, the degree of Doctor of Philosophy is the highest earned degree awarded by the university, and as such, it represents the culmination of extensive scholarly research and the candidate's outstanding academic achievement. The following candidates, whose thesis and examination have fulfilled the requirements for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Further, Mr. Chancellor, the awarding of the PhD degree marks the completion of a long collaboration between the candidate and their thesis supervisor. And we are also pleased in this ceremony to recognize the supervisors of our doctoral graduates. And if they're here, I would invite them to join me in congratulating the graduate as they cross the stage. And I would also like to extend a very warm welcome to our newest PhDs to join the faculty on stage following hooding.
Tiffany Marie Gordon, Doctor of Philosophy in Philosophy, supervised by Chike Jeffers. Jason Wayne Michael Ellsworth, Doctor of Philosophy in Social Anthropology, supervised by Elizabeth Fitting.
Please join me in once again congratulating our graduates. Graduates, as you know, you did not arrive at this place by yourself, so I invite you to stand if you can and recognize your family, friends, faculty, and staff, and thank them.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Andrews, and I'm delighted to be introducing my colleague who's going to be speaking to you this afternoon as the Convocation speaker. I have the honor of introducing my colleague, Dr. Liesl Gambold. With a PhD from UCLA and a prestigious postdoctoral fellowship from the Max Planck Institute, Dr. Gambold joined Dalhousie in 2003. She's currently an associate professor of social anthropology in the Department of Sociology and Social Anthropology and coordinator of gender and women's studies in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. She is also a research fellow at the Jean Monnet European Union Center of Excellence at Dalhousie, and her contributions extend far beyond the confines of Dalhousie. For example, and this is just one of the things she's done, she is now the sitting president of the Canadian Anthropology Association, which is a huge honor and recognition by her colleagues of the impact she's had in the field. In 2022, Dr. Gambold won our faculty's award for excellence in teaching. In 2023, she won the Canadian Anthropology Society Award for Teaching Excellence. And this year, after some prodding of the office that runs the award, because I was trying to figure out who to invite to give this talk, and I wanted to invite Liesl. So I dropped a note to somebody, and they wrote me back, and they said, "I'm not saying anything, but you might be right." It turned out she had just won the highest teaching recognition with the Dalhousie Alumni Association Faculty Award for Excellence for Teaching. which is amazing. So, yeah. So thank you to that kind person who sent me the email that didn't tell me anything but told me everything. We have been fortunate to have her at Dalhousie for 22 years. Here, in the light of this newest award, I just want to highlight her contributions to teaching for a moment. These go beyond the enormous positive impact she has made in her classes, to advising, developing curriculum, and mentoring colleagues. In the nomination materials for Dr. Gamble's award, we saw students describe her as an inspirational lecturer whose enthusiasm for the material is infectious and whose genuine interest in her students is evident. They appreciate that Dr. Gamble is demanding, but also offers students the support they need to do well. As one student wrote, she will put in the extra time and effort to help us in the long term rather than just providing us an easy out. Again and again, students, both undergraduate and graduate students, describe Dr. Gamble as approachable, generous with her time and attention, and a person who gave them greater confidence in their own abilities. Several students noted that their academic lives took a turn after a conversation with Dr. Gamble. They began to speak in class, they talked to their other professors, they changed their major, or they decided to do honors or even pursue a graduate degree. They all saw the world differently. She is a person whose enthusiasm, warmth, curiosity, and commitment to students has not faded in 22 years since she joined the faculty at Dalhousie. So as a colleague, as her dean, and on behalf of the students, I want to thank her for the work that she has done. It's amazing to have her in the faculty. I feel really privileged to have her as a colleague. And so for those of you who now regret not having had the opportunity to meet with her or take a class with her, here's your moment. Okay? Please join me in welcoming Dr. Gamble to the stage.
Thank you, Jen. I thought I was ready. Asking a professor to speak for 10 minutes is like asking the Toronto Maple Leafs to win the Stanley Cup. It's possible, but unlikely. But like the Leafs, I'll do my best. Chancellor Southwell, President Brooks, Provost Costin, esteemed Dalhousie staff and faculty, distinguished guests, and by that I mean all of you, and Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences graduates of 2025, welcome. I'm honored and so very happy to be speaking to you on this very special day. Happy for many reasons. I am happy first and foremost as a member of the Dalhousie faculty for the last 22 years. I love my work because of you, and we love to celebrate you. The second reason that I'm happy that we're here today is as an anthropologist, someone who studies people and culture. I'm elated that you are participating in one of the best rites of passage still in existence in Canada. We have so few, and yet look at us. I'll never forget the first convocation that I attended as a faculty member, sitting here on this stage with tears in my eyes. When the ceremony ended, I went straight back to my office and called my mom. And I said, "Mom, guess what I just did?" And here we are. Hi, Mom. I want to begin by saying that I did not have artificial intelligence write my convocation address. I know it would have been easier. But honestly, when I put great graduation speeches into Google, they all started with a call to action or your role in shaping the future. And frankly, I just don't think that today you want me to tell you to go fix all the problems in this world. But more directly, I didn't ask AI to write this address because AI has never been to a convocation and therefore has never experienced the varied and complex emotions that we are all experiencing here today. It has never felt a heart thumping as you get ready in the morning, then greet your friends and laugh about the 12th century gowns you're all wearing, or as you catch a glimpse of your grandmother out of the corner of your eye, knowing how very much this means to her. And for you, parents and family members, AI has never sat where you sit, holding all of those precious memories of your child, the joys and boundless possibilities, and the frustrations, fears, and sleepless nights, only to be here now, grateful that they finished, and still hopeful that all of this will provide them with some of what they need to make a happy and fulfilling life. AI will never know what it feels like to have your child wrap their arms around your neck as you lift them into a hug. AI will never know what it's like to laugh until tears come streaming down your face. For as much as AI is absolutely changing the nature of our lives and our work, and hopefully improving the efficacy of our medical care, there are things in this world that are and will always be reserved for we human beings. Don't forget that. Don't stop spending time with people face to face, for it is time spent with a friend or loved one, or even in the company of strangers at a stadium concert, singing at the top of your lungs, that will carry you through the doldrums of life after university. Seek to make new connections with people. Say hello, smile, be curious. Lose the idea of stranger danger. Because guess what? All these people that you're sitting amongst, all of us on the stage, all of your friends used to be strangers. A stranger is a friend in waiting. No, AI didn't write this convocation address. So how does one write a convocation address? Go with what you know, I thought. That means using my own empirical data. Unfortunately, my undergraduate convocation was last century, so I can't be expected to remember that. But I am a mother, so I asked my kids what they remember about their convocations. My son, unfortunately, did not attend because he graduated in May 2020. And well, the world had other things going on, as you well know. My daughter, who graduated in December 2023, remembers the man who gave the address. I was there too, but I had forgotten until she reminded me. This man, a very successful entrepreneur, stressed getting a job, which is almost as bad as saving the world, right? He said, take any job, take many jobs, earn some money, gain experience, learn what you don't like doing, see where your strengths are, take time to enjoy not having to stay up all night studying for an exam. I'd say this is pretty excellent advice, because do you know what humans have that AI doesn't? Actual experiences. So go have experiences in the work world, make connections, follow up. You probably won't get your dream job right out of university, but in today's world, we don't expect you to. Go learn what different jobs entail and how industries are changing, and remember that you can't have experiences on your phones. As I mentioned, many graduation speeches lean heavily on a couple of themes. We have now given you the tools you need to make a difference, fix the big problems, change the world. While this is all true, I want to tell you again, you do not have to change the world. The world will change. This we know for certain. But if you bring your critical minds, openness, curiosity, and willingness to understand perspectives that differ from your own, you'll be able to manage the changes the world brings. You'll be able to find the joy in small daily glimmers and frustration in so many things that adulting requires of you. And yes, you will take those experiences and meet some of them with the required frustration and anger you will feel when you know from your education that our systems and practices in government, in education, in housing, in healthcare, in senior and child care can be better. With the education you've received, if there's anything you've learned, it's that history and experience make clear that we create our systems. We create our systems. And we can and ought to regularly reflect on those systems and who they serve, and use our voices and votes to make changes for the benefit of all people. In our classrooms, you have learned how to ask the right questions, find insights, choose the right approach to problems with humility, read the room, and listen deeply to the voices of others. This is why people are so important. And who you are, just as you are, is enough and is vitally important. You and your community. Anthropologists have found that ancient human tribes split apart once they grew beyond about 150 people. Beyond that, it was too difficult to ensure that everyone was taken care of. There might not be enough local food to gather and hunt to meet everyone's needs. Today, we live in immense communities, yet we're lonely. We schedule me time, while we're also tending to the literal on-screen likes and lives of thousands of other people on social media. Let's tend to the likes and lives of those next to us. Weave your thread into those of others to create community, even if it just means knitting or watching the game together. In conclusion, there's a story in anthropology, and humans, we've always loved a good story, that a student once asked a professor what was considered the first sign of, quote, civilization in a culture. The student expected an answer about tools, fish hooks, clay pots, grinding stones, or an invention like agricultural irrigation. But the professor did not mention artifacts. She mentioned a bone. The first sign of civilization, she said, is a healed femur, the largest bone in your leg. In the wild, if an animal breaks its leg, it usually dies. It can't run from predators, can't search for food or water. Animals often do not survive long enough for the bone to heal. But a healed human femur tells a different story. It tells us that someone stopped, someone stayed with the injured, someone bound the wound, carried the person to safety, brought them food and water, and protected them through the long, painful healing process. A healed bone is more than biology. It might be evidence of care, of compassion, of community. Or that's how the story goes. And we need these stories today as much as we need real experiences of giving and receiving care. It's easy to measure progress in tools, technologies, and towers, but advanced human cultures support caring for someone who can offer us nothing in return. Civilization didn't begin with an invention, it began with compassion. It began when someone said, "Your pain is my concern too." I know some of you might be rolling your eyes, thinking this is all too trite for the serious business of convocation. But there is hard science behind my words. Look it up. For centuries, the greatest thinkers have suggested happiness is found in helping others. But I invite you to try it and see how when you help others, you feel better too. So today, as you begin the next chapter of your lives, harness your curiosity and feed it often through shared experiences with others and continued learning. Notice the little things with gratitude. Don't fear the world or the beautiful strangers in it, for we are all in this together. Work hard. Get the jobs, have the experiences, don't be afraid to pivot, learn new things, follow your passions, and if you can be anything in the world, be kind. Thank you, and congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Gambold. It's very clear to see how great it must be in your classroom. Thank you for your words today. Graduates, today you were led into the ceremony and will be led out by our beadle, who was carrying the new dawn staff of place and belonging. This staff is more than a ceremonial symbol. It embodies Dalhousie's diverse and inclusive community, created with materials, textures, and symbols reflecting the richness and diversity of individuals like you, graduates who have shaped our campus and who now join a global network of more than 160,000 Dalhousie alumni. The formal business of convocation is concluded. I invite you to please remain seated as we exit the building. Congratulations.
Give me the manage, don't delio no thing, nigga much good, my we done it. Give me the manage, don't what a big soul thing, nigga much good. Abahon madul tinne, abahon madul tinne, dan gisuk eliga haluk sigu ulau si amo we aheu we yo we ha ya ya we yo he yo he ha ya we 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 yo he ha ya hey yo we yo we ha ya ya we yo hey yo he ha ya we 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 yo he ha ya hey yo give me the manage down delio no king nigga much good my we done it give me the manage done what a big soul thing nigga much good abahon madul tinne abahon madul tinne dan gisuk eliga haluk sigu ulau si amo we aheu we yo we ha yo yo we yo he yo he ha ya we 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 yo he ha ya hey yo we yo we ha ya ya we yo hey yo he ha ya we 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 yo he ha ya hey yo give me the manage down delio no king nigga much good my we done it give me the manage down what a big soul thing nigga much good abahon madul tinne abahon madul tinne dan gisuk eliga haluk sigu ulau si amo we aheu me dead in my net, Don Delio no day, nigga much stood my weed on edge. Get me dead in my net, Don what a big soul till, nigga much stood abahon madultinet, abahon madultinet, Dan gisul teliga haluk sigu ulau si amo, we aheu, we